Dear friends, welcome to the FIG online seminars. It's my pleasure to present the second part of the seminar about the benefits of gymnastics. My name is Elizabeth Pauliello from Brazil, and as I said in the first part of this seminar, I have dedicated all my life to gymnastics, whatever practicing, coaching, teaching or researching this amazing sport. So it's a pleasure to be here today to moderate the seminar. We have today with us Mr. Manoj Rana from India and Mr. Muchatuta from Zimbabwe, two experts invited to share their ideas and experiences about the benefits of gymnastics. Thank you for accepting FIG Education Commission's invitation to join this seminar. I would like to start by introducing Mr. Manoj Rana, a very experienced coach who has been working for decades as the men's artistic gymnastics national team coach in India and as a mentor for Gaudium Sportopia.
First of all, I would like to welcome you all for the third series of FIG online seminar. My name is Manoj Rana. I am working as the MAG national team coach of Indian team and mentor of Guardian Sportopia. To begin, let's start with one of the most undeniable benefit of gymnastics, improved athleticism. Gymnastics produces the most athletic athletes. There are clear benefits of gymnastics for other sports. It's commonly held belief that if you were to swap athletes across a variety of sports, gymnasts would perform best along the spectrum. In this presentation, we shall be going through these four key points: health, social, community, and sports participation. This leads me to my first point, health benefit of gymnastics. Through gymnastics, we have numerous health benefits. We shall discuss on some of them listed below. If we will talk about the flexibility, in gymnastics, we condition our muscles to be more flexible, which help us to reduce the risk of injury and gain more control over the body. For a gymnast, this isn't just valuable for injury prevention, but it is also performance enhancer. Most of the people begin losing bone mass after they reach peak bone density at about 30 years of age, which causes severe health problems such as osteoporosis, bone fractures. So participating in gymnastics help us increase bone thickness, volumetric bone density and increase bone mineral density without the need of any medication. The nature of gymnastics element means that your body has to work harder to move and perform exercises. This process recruits more muscles fiber, particularly the smaller and stabilizing muscles. This training helps us to develop both major and minor muscles group. Having good postures keep bone and joint correctly aligned. So we are using our muscles correctly. Since gymnastics create better coordinations and balance, posture controls comes without doubt. It helps you walk better and sit for longer hours without any back or neck pain. Numerous sports help children develop to coordination. However, gymnastics takes the development to a whole new level. In gymnastics, the gymnast is required to control complex movement from unfamiliar positions. These practices improve a child's focus and mind muscles connections, which help them learn to control their body in a more coordinated way. Learning new and improved gymnastics move can make your brain smarter. It improves cognitive health by broadening memory, attention, reasoning, and learning skills. Moving on to the next point, I would like to discuss about social benefit of gymnastics. Sports are social in nature. You can study individually, but you cannot play alone. As man is a social animal, lives in a society, he has to follow the laws, customs, traditions of the society. While doing any physical activity, it indirectly leads to social, emotional, and ethical development of an individual character. Fundamental moral values developed through gymnastics are as follows: respect, responsible, resilience, honesty, caring, and the most important, citizenship. As every good citizen adds to the strength of a nation, through our sports, we can build up a nation. Through gymnastics, when the player earn name and fame, it's additional social benefit. Society start recognizing them. Some of them can be a social heroes like Nadia Comaneci, Simone Biles, Nastia Lukins, who are now the celebrities of the nation. End result is a gymnast becomes a responsible member of the society. Participation in gymnastics enhance social development. Now let's take a look into community engagement in gymnastics. We can say it's all start here. What starts as a hobby quickly grown into a passion. The world of sports is filled with unique opportunity to engage and impact community like no other medium in the world. As gymnastics is called mother of all sports. By engaging and promoting our sports in various fields and platforms can make a huge change of the society and community. Gymnastics in school. Teaching them to move from an early age means encouraging them to continue practice sports and get them to adopt an excellent habit. To practice gymnastics, we need to be licensed and work with different people, which helps them to cultivate team spirit and share a passion. In addition to the physical benefit and group cohesion, in practice of gymnastics require young gymnasts to be persevering, rigorous, patient, and focused to learn and retrain sequences. As we say, gymnastics require a lot of concentration. It is above all a discipline which provides pleasure and amusement to the youngest. With all kind of different apparatus, the practice, riches, exercise, and variation allow them to learn while having fun. At the end, our kids learn how to collect small victories from challenges to challenges, from success to success, which will enhance them and give them self-confidence. Gymnastics in child care centers. Gymnastics is a phenomenal development foundation in its own. For the children with special needs, the sport of springboards and balancing beams opens a world of opportunity to learn in different ways. To meet the high degree of focus and repetition in gymnastics, the child tries to immerse themselves. They try to stimulate important parts of their brain and they learn mental toughness by trying and trying again to succeed, which leads to their brain development. It also helps them to develop social skills by providing relaxed atmosphere with healthy blend of personal and group workout. Through this, they meet and master challenging environment which leads to the important improvement in speech development. Above all else, participating in gymnastics is a fun. Children will love learning how to tumble, flip, swing, and make their bodies perform stunts they never thought possible. In gymnastics, there is always another step to learn, and it is therefore possible to learn something new in every class. It encourages children to be bold and to explore the capabilities of their bodies. The lead to my last point, that is sports participation in gymnastics. Benefit of sports participations last a lifetime. Today participation in gymnastics is a way of life for many families and for good reasons. Young gymnasts often bring the discipline and motivations gained through their sports to school. In adulthood, gymnasts can rely on the resilience gained from game related challenges to overcome any work and personal hurdles. That brings us to the end of these presentations. I would like to summarize by saying proudly, nobody can reproduce the movement of gymnasts, but gymnasts can reproduce the movement of everyone. They are the most athletes in the world. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Manoj Rana. It is amazing to see how much you have done to gymnastics and how important our sport can be for the society. Thanks again. Now, I would like to introduce our last expert, Mr. Chris Muchatuta from Zimbabwe. Mr. Muchatuta is the head coach of thoracic gymnastics in Harare, president of FIG Africa Region 3, and president of Gymnastics Zimbabwe. For many years, this young coach has been doing an excellent job in Zimbabwe in the area of gymnastics, mainly artistic gymnastics and gymnastics for all. Dear Mr. Muchatuta, I turn over to you now.
Good day. My name is Chris Muchatuta and I come to you today from Zimbabwe, which is a landlocked country in the center of the southern half of Africa. Living in a country with a relatively small population versus its landmass and working as a coach and administrator with gymnasts and athletes from various sports has given me a unique vantage point to watch children develop. Today, I'd like to speak to you about some of the more general and mainly social and socio-economical benefits of gymnastics. And I found how introducing children to gymnastics helps reduce the barrier to entry to all other sports and other activities in later life. To start with some of the more common known and general benefits of gymnastics, gymnastics as a sport is able to improve an individual's health in a few ways, giving the immune system more ability to ward off illness, but more importantly, through training, a gymnast learns how to fall and fall without injury, which in later life helps with a variety of aging diseases. These, coupled with the advantages of increased muscular endurance and cardiorespiratory endurance, which is much important in our daily lives at the moment, these benefits have gymnasts living healthier lives in general, which has been taken note in many countries, especially my own, where these benefits are being taken advantage with gymnastics being implemented into schools programs to improve the fitness of sporting bodies in general. Once we delve a little deeper into the benefits of gymnastics, we see that in children especially, there are essential steps in their development which are achieved or enhanced by the skills that gymnastics teaches, centering around the gymnastics patterns and the routine that is built between the coach and gymnast, and the discipline that accompanies this allows gymnastics to build many disciplines within a child's life. With these combinations in place, gymnastics is able to improve the child's ability to concentrate, multitask, receive and reproduce instructions, their spatial awareness, and both mental and physical flexibility in their daily lives. Numerous sports help children to develop, but gymnastics takes us to a completely higher level. In general terms, and from a young age, the gymnast is required to control complex moves from unfamiliar positions in an ever-changing state. A simple example is swinging on rings, for where a gymnast is swinging from one position to inverted and has to control their body through this entire process, all the while changing from one way up to upside down. For a normal individual, they'll never know the experience of being able to twist in the air, or for a trampoliner initiating a twist at the exact moment of somersaulting. But for a gymnast, this is normal and becomes part of it in everyday life. And this coordination lives on with them throughout their days. Self-confidence is another benefit of gymnastics that I've seen help gymnasts grow in ways that other sports doesn't. And the benefits of gymnastics training, which is often believed to be a natural gift or sometimes a character that has been given to the child already, or a child who doesn't appear to be fazed by criticism. However, I believe this is not true. When a gymnastics coach delivers constructive criticism about how a gymnast can master a skill, a gymnast learns how to receive that information, and specifically and more importantly, the gymnast learns that it's okay to be told, "You didn't get it right, please attempt to do the following," and then they implement those steps. So instead of criticism being perceived as a negative, gymnasts learn that criticism is part of the process of achieving your goals, and it is then through this process that they gain more confidence in themselves. This, and a good example of this, can be seen, of course, with the benefit of improved posture that comes with gymnastics, when you look at a group of gymnasts standing or entering a room or walking together. When building their skills and routines, gymnasts are going through a process of learning to set goals, and this helps sharpen their social skills. For instance, when things aren't going to plan in the gym, they learn to ask questions or seek constructive criticism, as I said before, and then listen to this and implement these changes. This in later life helps them in many ways with goal setting and with various social skills. This is an ongoing process that may require several cycles of questioning, answering, and implementation. And as the gymnast repeats these cycles, their ability to socialize and problem solve is improved again and again and again. These problem-solving abilities can then extend into other areas of their later life, and it is again an example that I've found in gymnastics and from my gymnasts, where they're able to balance schoolwork, pressures of home life, and in some cases a real tough background where they're having to live with various difficulties, but through focus they're able to get through things and balance everything, including hours of gymnastics training. Gymnastics is also unique in the way it builds friendships and interpersonal bonds, teamwork, and sportsmanship. As a benefit, gymnastics has the ability to include and encourage the individual or slightly introverted type personality, who then learns both to thrive as an individual athlete and be part of a team or group. It is the common bond of gymnastics which allows gymnastics to differ from both team and individual sports. This leaves gymnasts with lifelong ability to not feel threatened in a team or group situation where their individual personality and ideas can thrive while still giving 100% commitment to the team or group. I have had the privilege of watching awe-inspiring moments where members of a team that I have been coaching, who have come from a country such as my own, that has an extremely polarized history and would not ordinarily have met or communicated, but after a few months of training or a few days of travel to competition, they've not just forgotten these differences, but they've actually banded together to achieve the best results they can, making way for the team to thrive and as an individual to thrive. In these moments you see the team spirit coming out, and it's these moments that the lifelong bonds and friendships are formed. It goes further than the lifelong bonds and friendships, and it's also a support network amongst teams and the parents of team members that outlive the competition season, and in my experience continue to benefit me in my daily life. A lesser spoken about benefit of gymnastics is financial, and while it's rare as a competitive gymnast to gain financially, gymnastics does teach a sought-after skill set which can be applied to many professions, either straight after retirement or later in life. This, coupled with the multitude of benefits that comes with training and taking part in gymnastics and having a gymnastics career, makes many gymnasts key candidates for positions all around the world. An understated benefit of gymnastics is the ability to allow it to make you focus on something else. This is something that, coming from a country as my own, can be proved to be a huge benefit for gymnasts and allows them to be in a zone, as many people describe it. But this benefit has an upside. It means that they're able to focus on positive things and move on, and with greater outlook on life. Another understated benefit of gymnastics is that it brings the opportunity to travel for the sport, an experience of experiencing different cultures and ways of doing things from both near and far away from home, which in some circumstances can be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity or a first-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Something that's become quite common coming from a landlocked country is for teams for the first time to see the sea, and to see where the sea begins and ends, which for a young mind broadens their minds in ways that you would not believe. While traveling for gymnastics, the team bonds and sportsmanship that I mentioned before extends to your fellow competitor with little resistance, even when you do not speak the same language, as you are able to share in the knowledge and the struggles and triumphs that come within gymnastics. Again, coming from a small population as a team manager, it's often a common result or a byproduct of traveling to Gymnastrada that a large majority of team parents or coaches contact me after we've returned home and say how the gymnasts have grown as an individual during the Gymnastrada experience, or how senior members of our 2017 Gym for Life team chose to continue and pursue a different path through university than what they had previously even considered. And finally, whether you're jumping over a bar or leaping through a hoop or tumbling on the floor, gymnastics teaches you to harness your power as a human to fly. Many coaches will attest that exercise needs to be enjoyable. The more fun it is, the more likely you are to form a bond and the more likely you are to make it a habit. So when you're learning new skills and achieving your goals with friends, it's easy to stay active and fit within gymnastics. And this is a huge benefit. So when it comes down to it all, with all the varying widespread benefits of gymnastics, most of all, gymnastics is fun. And sometimes that alone is the most important benefit of gymnastics.
Thank you so much, Chris, for the enthusiastic speech, showing that gymnastics can greatly contribute to human development. Looking at what we learned from these 4 experts in this seminar, I'm convinced that the objective of the seminar was fully achieved by focusing on diversity of experience and knowledge in different cultures and realities. I have no doubt about the strong benefits of gymnastics in all levels of practice and all gymnastic disciplines. By combining science, good education, and good experiences, we believe in an incredibly positive future for gymnastics. I thank all the experts for their participation and the FIG Education Commission for their support in the organization of these online seminars. Finally, I invite you all to keep following the FIG online seminars. They will continue to be held until the end of the year, addressing interesting topics and covering different gymnastics disciplines. Thank you very much for your attention.